from Aussie's Melbourne office. And today with me I have Gaurang. Gaurang, how are you?
I'm fine, Malcolm. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure to have you always.
It's always a pleasure for me as well.
So, sir, which is the topic we're going to see today?
Today we are going to be looking at the last topic, the last question type that comes in the PTE test. It is from the listening section of the test, and the task type is write from dictation.
Write from dictation, which means we'll listen to a sentence and then we'll write it down.
Yes, it is straightforward, quite simple in that sense. A sentence is spoken and you have to write it down.
That's right.
And you have to write it down exactly as it was spoken.
Exactly as it was spoken.
The catchphrase in double quotes is exactly as it was spoken.
Right, and the sentence will play only once, obviously.
Only once, yes. This is the good thing about PTE or the bad thing about PTE. Whatever you hear it only once.
Only once, right.
No other options.
And generally, how many questions do we have in write from dictation?
It can range from 3 to 5. Sometimes, once in a blue moon, 6.
6. So minimum 3 for sure.
Yes.
And generally, I think it's the last task in listening module.
Yes.
And one of the most important tasks, I reckon.
Possibly the most important task, because this is one task that contributes equally to your listening and your writing.
Very heavily.
And historically, what I have seen from experience, from observation, you miss just one and it's going to be very tough to score 79 each.
That's right. So I think it's one of the most important tasks for the entire test out of the 20 tasks, and it's called write from dictation. So first, I think what we can do is, can we ask our colleague Ankur to play the recordings and then we'll discuss it?
Yes, yes.
Sure, sir, if you can.
The final year will consist of 4 taught courses and 1 project. He started his tutorial presentation right on time. The nearest automatic teller is in front of the anatomy labs.
All right. So we had the 3 sentences.
Right.
And what are the main techniques according to you in this task to first understand the sentence quickly and maybe then we have to write it down? So
this is one task where having a technique is not really going to work.
all right.
Because the focus is on writing it down exactly as it was spoken.
Right.
So that includes writing all the words,
Right.
getting your spellings right,
Right.
getting your punctuation marks right.
Right.
Okay. So for this, the main technique that I would suggest is improve your listening abilities
All right.
and improve your memory.
Okay.
The ability to retain something quickly. These are the only 2 things that will really work.
All right.
Right? However, what I also do know is that if you are able to get even part of the words correctly, you get credit for it.
You do get partial credit. So basically, you'll get the points for as many words are correct and as many words as you write.
Yes.
So I believe that Gaurang, last time we had 2 responses. One was from Ms. Faisal and the other was from Dr. Nirmal Patel. And this time, both the responses are correct responses. So very quickly first, I think I'll just read out the correct answers. The first sentence was, the final year will consist of 4 taught courses and 1 project. The second sentence was, he started his tutorial presentation right on time. And the last sentence was, the nearest automatic teller is in front of the anatomy labs.
Yes. So we have got both the respondents who have given accurate answers. The first one is Ms. Faisal and the second one is Dr. Nirmal Patel.
That's
So
right.
congratulations to both of you. If you're able to repeat this performance in the actual PTE exam, you can be sure you'll get top marks.
That's true, that's true. Very important task. And I'll also like to add that once you finish the sentence, it would be advisable if you ended with a full stop.
Yes.
And it is advisable that you always start a sentence with a capital letter. So you get a high score in grammar as well.
Yes. If you miss this, chances are you will be getting less scores. Because as I said, the most important parts are getting all the words with the spellings right.
With the spellings right.
With the punctuation marks.
And the sequence.
In the sequence. And of course, grammar is important. So, first capitals, if there is any comma, then a space after the comma, putting the full stop at the end.
Punctuations.
If there are any proper nouns, then using
Capitals.
first capital again.
That's right.
All of these are very important.
Absolutely right. And many times people ask like, should we just, listen to it and then type it, or should we note it down quickly? So I think that would depend on how the sentence will be played.
Yes, that will depend on how the sentence will be played, how comfortable you are with hearing a sentence and noting it down. Some people might have really good typing speed. They can type it in.
But I think for all these techniques, whichever you use, I think the main thing is confidence.
Yes.
Because if you're lacking confidence, nothing is going to help you.
And there are quite a few people who know shorthand.
Yes.
Shorthand works beautifully for this.
Yes, so basically it means just writing in either in short forms or with the initials of each word. So at least you are right on two counts. First is that you know how each sentence will start, with which letter. And second is basically you know how many words are there in the sentence.
Yes. At the same time, most people, when they reach this particular task, they are really running short of time.
That's the main problem. So time management.
Time management is important. Getting this task, if you reach this task when you have got about 4 or 5 minutes left, will give you a very good chance of acing it and thereby scoring the marks that you require in your writing as well as your listening.
Yes, because the problem is, let's say if you're left with just 2 minutes or something like that, then the main problem is, you can still finish the task, but the main problem is pressure.
Yes.
And the best of people we have seen crumble under pressure, because pressure is not what everyone can handle. That's
true. That's true. Well, Malcolm, what are we giving to our 2 respondents who have given correct answers?
Yes, we are very happy with the response, and for Ms. Faisal and for Dr. Patel, both of you, congratulations first of all. And secondly, both of you, we request you to leave your email ID in our inbox. Very soon you'll be getting access to one full test from pte-tutorials.com, which is our web portal for PTE practice. So many congratulations to both of you.
Yes, and it gives me great pleasure to say that in the last 2 or 3 months, PTE Tutorial has ramped up so strongly that it has now become the leading online resource for practicing for PTE.
Yes, friends, there are 30 practice tests, full practice tests just like PTE, a replica of the actual test, 30 practice tests for practice. There's no institute or no company in the world which is giving even 15 full tests. We are giving 30 practice tests. So please use the resources. We also have excellent paid resources, namely for writing the essay, for describing images, and for writing the summarized written text, that is the writing summaries. So please go to the website and it will be very helpful for you in your coming test.
Yes. Definitely. Well, Malcolm, that's just about the discussion for today's task. Yes. What are we doing next week?
Next week we are still, as we know, we are still left with topics from the listening module.
Yes.
So next week's topic, which we'll be covering, will be a very important task in listening, which is called select missing word.
Okay, another very important task.
Yes, that's
right.
But
I think it contributes mainly only to listening.
Yes,
so
it's a pure
standalone
Yes,
task.
That's right. It's a pure listening task. Very similar to the listening blanks. The only difference is that unlike blanks where we have multiple blanks in the passage, there we have just a single blank, always at the end of the recording. Yes. So it may be a single word or a phrase.
And this is the question that is very popularly known as the beep questions.
Yes, because that's right. In the end, we always hear a beep in this task. We have a few options. We need to select the single correct response.
How many options do we usually have?
Between 3 to 5 generally.
Okay. And in terms of, if we are talking about the difficulty level, where would you place it?
It's not very difficult, but the thing is that PT is a tricky test, and sometimes the audio is really unclear, especially towards the end, and very fast as well.
Okay.
So that's why it could be a bit tricky at times.
So an interesting task coming up next week. At the same time, Malcolm, I think we are coming almost to the end of our PTE live session series. So I would like to tell our viewers that we are working on something really exciting.
That's right.
Really interesting, that will keep the tempo going for your PTE preparations.
That's right.
We will be announcing that soon as we are ready with our concept.
Yes.
And it could be as early as next week.
Next week, or maybe next week. But yes, we'll try our best to ramp up our speed as well. And friends, we'd also like to announce that yesterday was a fantastic day for us. We had 3 scores of perfect 90. One of those we already posted yesterday. His name is Ambuj. In his first attempt, he got a score of 90. That is perfect 90. Also, Oindrila, she attended just one masterclass last week. She got a score of perfect 90. And even Oshini got a score of 87, which is equivalent to a band 9 score in IELTS.
That is amazing.
One day, 3 scores of band 9 equivalent in IELTS, which is perfect for us. And that's the 6 scores of perfect 90 this month itself, and 18 scores of perfect 90 in the month of October. So
that is hot.
Yes, 21 scores of 90 in roughly 45 days, or 50 days to be precise.
So as the summer temperatures are rising, we are also increasing the heat on the number of scores that we are getting perfect 90.
Yes, friends, because agreed that 79 is the main requirement for a band 8 score or 20 visa points. But when it comes to the best of the best, the score is just 90, one number. And when it comes to the best of the best, there's just one name, we believe, that is Aussies.
Yes. Think PTE, think Aussies.
Thank you. And one more thing, that this Saturday, that is the 25th of November, we are having the PTE Masterclass as usual. The venue is our Melbourne CBD office. The class will be from 11 in the morning and will go up till 5:30 in the evening. So all those of you who are looking to register for it, you could go to our website ptetutorials.com. Over there you will see the coaching tab where you have the Melbourne Masterclass page. You can just go there and register right now if you're interested for the class. It will start at 11 in the morning and will go up till 5:30 in the evening, and the fees is $129. All of those who will attend the class will also get 2 practice tests and a lot of important material which will help you in the actual test.
That's excellent. So one more opportunity for those who are looking for perfect 90 scores in a single day of coaching to go ahead and get them.
That's right. So all those of you who don't have enough time to attend the full classes, make it a point to attend our class this Saturday, 25th of November. Address is 290 Collins Street, Level 2. Time is 11 to 5.
Well, that just about ends our session for today. We have covered everything that we had to cover, and it's time soon for us to post the question for next week.
Yes.
So until then, I would like to wish all our viewers happy practicing with PTE and have a fantastic weekend ahead. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much, friends. Have a good day. Thank you.